I did have hobbies, but woodworking, mile railroading, building a large mile railroad operation here at the house, but it required a fair amount of stamina. Working on the mile railroad took a lot of strength and stamina that I just didn't have. That was very frustrating.
I remember I came home in December of '99, and that winter was very difficult. There was a big snowstorm in January, and everything seems so much bigger than you, and you're just trying to hang on. And then April came, and I was able to walk again outside. This is real spring, this is flowers, I can walk, I can breathe, and then I started making strides toward living.
We knew life wasn't going to be normal at first, and we weren't going to be able to do the things that we had done previously. Our days were always filled with something encouraging. It was just like one day would lead to the next, which would be a little better and a little better. They just gradually, every day got better.
Even if I wasn't outside, I always seemed to be cold after the transplant. Shoveling snow now is just the normal activity. You know, one of those things that you do. Usually I'm too hot when I come in, so it's all returned to normal.
When they told me it would take a year to get through this and to have some semblance of your former life, I thought that can't be so. It did take me 1 full year. It took 1 full year where this was the focus of everything that I did and for many other people around me.
The biggest thing, though, was that I could not go back to work in the same capacity that I had been. Being a heating and air conditioning service technician and installer, I find myself in attics and crawl spaces and in all the worst places in a house that there are. And they wouldn't let me go back to work doing that. They wanted me to wait for at least a year to do that. And I waited actually 2 years, and then they gave me the go-ahead. And so even that part of my life is back to normal.
I was vice chairman of General Motors. I started going to work, even though I didn't feel very good, within 30 days of my return to my home. Full-time, I would say probably 6 months. And it's important to take that time. You need to go slow and do it incrementally and not get frustrated. You need to be patient. So you just have to keep your eye on the future, but take the time necessary to heal your body. It takes a long time.
We're back to a very normal life. I'm a wife in the total sense of the word. We have a very normal relationship. We have a lot of time to spend together, and he's not waiting on me anymore. We're just a normal couple again. We could do what normal people do.
Before I was sick, I was a bodybuilder, and I worked out 6 days on and 1 off. I don't have the stamina that I used to have, but I could still work out and go. I just have to pace myself more than I did then.
The common features that many of us who have been through a transplant share, and that's the idea that it's not over when it's over. After the transplant, there are so many things that we still continue to share, residual effects of the transplant. And certainly short-term memory loss, for many of us, is an issue.
I'm a musician, and I had to learn to write and sing and play the instruments that I'd played since I was 15 years old. I had to start over. Within a year following my transplant, I was performing again, and our group was doing concerts just like before.
I'm able to work. I'm able to have a job. I'm able to continue to be a parent. I still have all of that in exchange for a few other little issues, and they really are minor